The finals just got a brand new update, which actually brings a lot more than the patch notes goes over. However, I'm going to go over all the details with that. We'll also go over some hidden things within the game itself, including some tips for the new shotgun, the KS-23, as well as some other additional changes from the last update, and even a brand new anti-cheat system, and a whole bunch more. What's up world, it's Utopia back in with another video. Today we're checking out all things the final. Now we did actually have an additional update today, 2.1.1, and while there isn't an actual patch notes for this update, there was actually a lot of changes that weren't talked about in this opener. However, I'm going to go over the opener first, which is from Oscar here over on the Discord. He says, today's update resolves an issue that prevented players from launching the game yesterday. Thank you all for being patient with us. We've worked to get this hotfix out. Now this was actually related to the 2.1 update where we got the new Nexon NGS. Now again, this wasn't really in the patch notes and this wasn't talked about until fairly recently, especially with the update of being able to not load your game up and all the issues there with that. However, we actually did get an additional anti-cheat other than EAC. So now we have this new anti-cheat from Nexon called Nexon Game Security, or NGS. Now this article was posted yesterday where they said when launching the game after the 2.1 update, you might get a pop-up from NGS asking you for access permissions. They did go on to say here that it is safe to accept this program, and they said that Nexon Game Security is one of the systems we'll be using for anti-cheat purposes. It has been developed by our partner company Nexon. They did go on to say here that currently some users may experience an issue where accepting the permissions request doesn't work and the game doesn't launch. However, in this case, please run Steam as administrator. We are aware of the issue and we are actively working on resolving it. They have a thing here that if you still have any other questions or concerns or any other questions about NGS, you can make a ticket here. So again, they have a very nice ticket system now, so if you do have any questions on that, they should get back to you with that. Really cool to see that Nexon is putting in work here as well, trying to get these anti-cheats out to their new games. Which, yeah, they have a bunch of games coming out either this year or next, including Arc Raiders and First Descendant, or at least that they are publishing. So hopefully all of this kind of leads into those games as well, and even furthers the anti-cheat with the finals itself. I think it's really cool to see the parent company and publisher put in effort to actually help with the anti-cheat stuff. So I'm glad Nexon is putting the financial backing behind this and actually making their own anti-cheat for these games. And again, this did actually come out with the 2.1 update. However, once they started to have problems, they kind of announced it and talked about it with the 2.1.1 update, which hopefully should have resolved those issues on people not being able to launch the game. We did have that post this morning asking about what that 2.4 gigabyte update actually was. And again, yeah, this was for the anti-cheat as well as getting those fixes out so that the anti-cheat or the new anti-cheat would actually launch with people's systems. Now we do have some new things or some useful tips with the KS-23 slug shotgun. Again, these seem to be somewhat or mostly known. However, currently the KS-23 does not actually have a headshot multiplier. So no matter if you're hitting a body shot or headshot, you're not going to be getting or doing more damage. This is the same damage across the board, and I tested this multiple times, as well as this highly upvoted post here, which showcases that, yeah, the shotgun does actually not do any more damage when you actually hit a headshot. Although if you didn't know, the shotgun actually does a lot of building damage. So currently about 3 to 4 shots to a wall will actually take it down with this shotgun. So it's almost akin to a breaching charge, although obviously this takes a bit longer to get through. Still some nice useful tips there that actually do some decent damage to buildings as well as walls and other objects. So if you didn't know, the KS-23 can actually be utilized as a breaching charge, or at least as a breach material or breach tool, which I guess does give it a little bit of a leg up now that the other shotgun got significantly nerfed. Although I still doubt people are going to take the KS-23 over it, but we'll have to wait and see on how the meta does change with the recent update. Which also leads me on to, with the recent update, we did have the new Famas recoil. Now some people thought the actual spray pattern or the pattern of the actual bullets changed. However, it looks like it's the exact same pattern, just that the recoil was more refined. Now to me, the recoil in the private test was still absolutely insane compared to this. Not really sure if there was much change from that to live. However, it seemed like the Famas was lasering people back then, so I'm not sure how it could have been any more buffed. And to be honest, the recoil feels a bit worse to me, or at least from the actual private event. However, it seems like other people have liked the new recoil adjustment, so we'll have to wait and see. Again, trying to look through footage and compare, it's kind of hard to compare and contrast that. However, yeah, it was lasering people on the private event, so I am wondering how much that changed to live. Now, we do have actually a hidden achievement within the finals. Again, I don't know how well known this was, however, I haven't really seen much about it. Although there has been a few posts that have gone under the radar. We finally have this decently upvoted one here where it says hidden achievement unlocked. Again, some people have known about this, but I thought I'd bring it up just in case. So you can actually bounce a meteor off a jump pad during the meteor shower event. and this will unlock a nice hidden achievement. There are a few others, I'm sure people know about them and have passed them around. However, since a lot of posts, and I'm looking through here now with the Reddit, there hasn't really been anything that's been highly upvoted or really seen by the community. So I figured I'd at least highlight that now to you guys, that there is actually hidden achievements, and this is one of them. Still a really cool find overall. Now, just like one of my previous videos, we had that challenge where it was actually quite difficult to get those grenade damage, where people did give the suggestion on doing it in power shift mode. However, now we have another one, which is eliminate 5 enemies using quick melee. Seems to be a struggle for some people, but we do have a suggestion here, which is just to go invis and use the stun gun. Get them down to at least a low health amount or one shot, and then go and quick melee them. Seems to be a nice tip there. I know people appreciated the power shift recommendation last time, so I figured I'd just feature this one here. So if you are struggling with that challenge specifically, it seems like it's good to just run invis light and run the stun gun, and then get that quick melee once you get them down low on health. Seems fairly obvious, but a decent one there to run that equipment load. Now, the finals actually did drop another video today, which is on the ranked mode, or the ranked tournament mode. Again, I did cover this in one of my previous videos, how ranked actually worked and how it came together with the different fame points and how they're hidden. They do go in depth here, so if you want to check this out, I'll leave a link to it down below if you want to watch that actual video. Although everything that I covered from the previous video is basically in this one as well. But it is nice to see that they've had a lot of complaints, or at least concerns with the ranked mode, and they have come out with a further presentation on it and at least showcasing what they're working on. So definitely a decent check out there from Oscar, and I'll leave it down below in the description. Now, as we did have that community skin last time where people recommended, or somebody did recommend, that they wanted a cardboard shield, and now we have a bunch of cardboard skins inside the actual shop and bundles. We have a ton of people coming out with their ideas now for the community skins. This typically happens every time with different games. Once they answer the community once, they usually run with a lot of different ideas. We have a ton of cool ones here, like the defibrillator skin idea, which is the finger guns. This actually was a pretty unique one, and I definitely enjoyed this one here, so maybe they do add some type of defibrillator or equipment skins there. We also have this one for the riot shield and the bat or the sword, which is the little Tykes riot shield. Definitely a unique choice here and pretty cool overall, I have to say. We have someone here with the pirate themed skins overall, which is pretty cool because there is some stuff with cannons around the map. So they definitely toyed around with some medieval time stuff, and this is definitely to suit the par there. They've obviously taken a lot of inspiration around a lot of ideas and a lot of different maps, a lot of different skins. There's so many things within the finals that kind of represent different areas of the world, or like the lore of the world, which also pertains to the times in the world, which I definitely could see them doing some medieval stuff here. There's another cool skin here. There's been so many cool ones people have posted, but this one here, the Arizona Green Tea concept. This one's for the F car, where someone did make a funny comment here saying, if it's not 99 cents, I'm out. It's pretty funny overall. Again, they would definitely have to work with Arizona on this one to get this one in the actual game. Seeing as they have Ospoos already with the energy drink, I'm not really sure if they're going to put that there, but it would be cool to see them have actual in-game sponsors like this. I know it's been mentioned before because the game actually does have quote-unquote sponsors for the arena. I do wonder if that's the eventual long-term play after they have some sort of backstory with their own sponsors, if they want to look for the actual IRL sponsors and get those in-game. There's definitely a lot of cool things that they can do with this game, and I'm really excited for the future of it. Overall, that does about cover for today's video. If you like, subscribe, and see you next. Deuces.